is trying, but his Illuminate, it's getting, like, it's just tickle them. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah, at that point it was too little too late, and VP, like we said, they pressed their mid-game advantage with their heroes. They got their Blink Daggers, and yeah, they just kind of small pickoffs, small little engagements took Alliance out of their comfort.
Yeah, we are in the draft for game number 2. This is why we needed to make...
you called it. That was quick.
So Virtus Pro, they will actually switch sides this time. They'll be on the Dire side, so Alliance for the first time on the Radiant side.
And Slardar banned.
Slardar banned.
Yes, Slardar actually has 7 wins and only 2 losses in DreamLeague so far, apparently.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's actually pretty ridiculous for the win rate of that hero, so no surprise there. And
that's
now we've got the switch. Now we've got the switch up. Disruptor has been pretty heavily favored, and both these teams love it. We mentioned it, you know. We mentioned in the last series as well. Hanskin, big Disruptor player, so there it is, first pick.
There it is. So Virtus Pro, they showed off that they can do the whole team fight thing, right?
Yeah.
Would they want to do this again, knowing that there's a Disruptor on the other team? And it is Hanskin Disruptor, so it is fairly scary, and team fights normally get... I'm gonna do it, guys. Disrupted by the Disruptor.
Hey. Oh, come on. I like it.
It's the first time I did that this season.
Well, yeah, so the Bat Rider was left out, obviously, here, so one of the teams is going to pick it up. Jonas plays a very good Bat Rider, so I don't see why not VP would grab it, and VP likes it a lot, too. So maybe they will go for... So Sanking's unlikely here with that, but the OD is still in the pool, even though OD gets a little affected by the Disruptor ulti because you can't use your Arcane or while you're silenced, but still a strong hero.
You know what's weird? What happened to Slark this tournament? I thought Slark was hot stuff. I mean, pub winner, everybody was picking it.
We've seen him bad a few times.
See it. I mean, it comes out.
Yeah, I know, but I mean...
Loda is a player. Loda is actually one of the people that still plays it. I wouldn't see VP pick it. Oh.
I don't think I would either.
It's depressing. I feel bad for him. Apparently you guys don't care. Slark love it.
No, I just...
Thank you.
Oh, okay, so they go...
We have other fishes that we care about, like Slardar right now, you know?
The Ogre Bat combo that we've seen a few times now, actually.
Yeah. It's that bloodlust.
Woo! And it's hot. Both heroes are really good right now, and both heroes fit in a lot of different strategies, and you don't give anything away with it in terms of what you're going for.
And I think all the games, it's been on Dire, right? Every single game that Ogre's been picked, it's been Dire.
I think you're right.
Whoa, dude.
Why that?
This is some conspiracy stuff.
It helps for Tower Push, it helps for Roche, I guess. I don't know. It's an interesting pick, I don't know. I'm not sure if that's what the reason is, but... Maybe we can ask one of them after if they...
What?
Slark killed Tide and he stole his beautiful husband. Oh no, you dirty fish! Oh, what have you done? Wow, we got a lore here on DreamLeague, and it's really taking some twists and turns, guys. That's beautiful stuff. Thank you for that.
I know what happened.
What happened?
Tidehunter took Storm Spirit to the prom, and then Slark didn't want to have any of that. He wanted to take Storm Spirit to the prom. Killed Tide. Now he gets to take Storm Spirit to the prom.
I mean, yeah, that's what we were alluding to. Yeah, you spelled it out, Chiefs.
I wanted to spell it out.
So Void.
Faceless Void picked up.
I feel like
banned.
What? No, I know what you feel like when I cut your jokes off.
I know how it feels to be passionate about something and then be ignored. Faceless Void, though. Great combo. Yeah, great combo there with Disruptor, I guess.
Great combo with Disruptor. They had good success with it with Jonas the earlier series, so sure.
You know what, though, Sheever?
What?
Storm Spirit is the one with the flowers, which means that he took it from Tide, and he's still holding them. So he's the one who betrayed Tidehunter after all. It was all a setup for Tide. They killed him. It was a team effort. Why would he still be holding Tide's flowers?
Did he have flowers?
Tide had flowers. Now Storm's got them.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit. There's more to this story than meets the eye.
I think you're overthinking this, guys.
I'm not.
I think somebody actually just took those and put them in his hands. I think it's a setup. I think it was you.
You need to stop, Fog. I would never go there. This man has no surprises under his hat.
Like veto that storyline.
Anyway, so we're not going to see. Is that a Legion Commander ban?
It is a Legion Commander ban.
Why?
Jonas fan loves Legion Commander.
Jonas and Limp, right? I think Limp also played it a few times.
You're right.
He did. I do believe so.
In a Juggernaut. What? I mean, Legion's not that great, though, is she? Isn't she kind of like
what would be the reasons for picking Legion Commander in the first place?
To purge off the Bat Rider lasso, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
That works.
That value, press the attack.
Right.
Okay.
It's decent, right? It's
And
good.
there
And
it
it's good
is.
in a 1v1 versus the Bat Rider. Also, you can remove the sticky if you're like leaning versus him. If they do opt to do something like that, because like we've mentioned, what does Alliance like to do?
Oh!
Whoa!
Sniper!
Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. Alliance likes to. Oh, apparently, right.
So far we've seen Sniper before. We've seen it we've seen it actually only on Imperial, I think.
But VP is the team that they, like I said, they'll go for whatever they want. They will go outside the box. They'll go do whatever the hell they want.
And Sniper Ogre is fun.
Yeah, Sniper Ogre is very fun, and they have pretty sweet
Fun.
high ground defense.
What's wrong with you guys?
Firefly with shrapnel.
Fun!
You think playing Sniper is fun?
Fun! Because we don't see him all the time.
Yeah, very fun.
If we would see him all the time, it would be boring.
Okay,
And that's why OD is boring. But Sniper is fun.
I will never accept Sniper again for the rest of my life, all right?
Well,
I remember the patch like it was yesterday.
hater.
Yeah, I am a hater, okay? That was brutal.
Oh,
Although I do love that.
No, nobody loved that. That shit was terrible.
Shrapnel!
Yeah, level 1.
So is this gonna be
1800 range.
which
slow.
support? Which crazy support would you give with it? Is it a support troll warlord? To make this complete.
No, please.
Can you play support
No,
troll warlord for
God.
please? Tell me it's a good.
Support troll. No.
Yeah. No.
No. I mean, actually, I would never expect support Weaver, but Lil did it. I've seen it in
Yeah.
pubs with the the Iron Talon, because the bugs tank 8 hits from neutral, so you just Iron Talon and farm
Yeah.
that, but-
Gauze was all about that
Gauze was all
jungle
about it
weaver.
too, yeah. But I don't know that we might look for something out of the box, but it could also just be Lil on the Ogre. I think that's more of a solo hero, but definitely possible.
Punch!
No, Hanskin.
Oh.
Well, bam.
Well, it's great. I was gonna say it's great against the Faceless Void, but then they're on the same team, so that doesn't work. You can still hook spinned heroes. That's great.
Yeah.
You can hook your own lassoed hero back.
Who
if you wish.
plays the Pudge then? EGM? Because Hanskin's the disruptor usually, but Hanskin
Yeah.
also played the Pudge.
Oh. I would say AGM is good at that. I can see AGM
can
being
see
good
him.
at Pudge.
Yeah, I can see that for
That's,
sure.
Why did they get... I mean, is the punch just for the Sniper? I mean, it's pretty good against him, right? He can kind of get in his face, and if he gets that hook off, he's pretty much boned, but...
They have good setup too, like the Chrono, it makes it easy to land a hook, I guess, but maybe they're trying to go for some aggro thing again. I don't know. Like it's Alliance. Like we're mentioning,
Yeah.
they love their aggro, and they had the Pudge last time they did it, and they have a disruptor who's pretty decent, I guess. In
Who would you
aggros,
put with
but
it though? The core that's yet to be picked, or one of the two that's there? Or is it back to the gyrocopter? Even though I'm not sure if the gyrocopter would actually work properly.
They ban Warlock too. So what are they? Are they gonna go for Naga?
Oh, please. Please don't do it. I mean, yay!
Sleep into hook, right? I don't know.
Sleep in a hook. Great combo.
Because
That can
like
work.
Warlock ban, it just seems a little strange to me. Maybe they're also like, oh, what's Lil gonna play this game? Like, what's the strange support hero that they're gonna pick up?
Yeah.
But that's the one that, you know, it's obnoxious versus illusions and stuff. It's Naga with disruptor as well has a really good wombo combo. I'm not too sure. I'm not really seeing any other Loda heroes. So Luna's banned, Lifeseer's banned, Juggernaut's taken,
Sven's still in the pool
Sven's
as
still
well.
in the pool.
It gives them an extra disable because they don't have one, but
That's
it's
another
PA.
one. That's another Loda hero.
Is this an aggressive tri-lane though? PA Pudge Disruptor?
I would assume no, but it's Alliance, so
You don't really know.
maybe a duel something. I'm not too sure.
It could work. I mean, otherwise Pudge would roam, which is not too bad either.
Yeah, it looks a little strange on paper, but PA is cool versus Sniper because you can just, you know, obviously get in his face.
Previous game we talked about timings and how they should hit it. What do you feel like Alliance? What's their peak timing in the game?
There's just it's a bit greedy, I feel, with like the Void PA doesn't really like synergize that well, but I mean the OD kind of makes up for their lack of everything in like the early game because that hero gets to be pretty ridiculous in some instances if he does well in the laning phase. So they just need like their Chrono, they need their 6s. Like that's pretty much it. The 6 on the Void, 6 on Disruptor, 6 on OD. The other, I don't know. It's a really strange composition of heroes that they ended up drafting out.
Well, let's see what Virtus Pro's answer is then, because they got one more hero to round up their lineup, and we are looking for most likely a support if there's not a unusual support here going on. A sniper support?
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean, who knows with
who knows?
Virtus Pro?
Sometimes with Lil, you have no idea. The guy likes to play everything. Trying to think of anything that's outside the box as well. Something that's really good versus PA. That's the support.
Do they want to go
Could
and get
it
in people's
be-
faces with the Spirit Breaker?
They have done that a few times, but
Enchantress.
Okay.
Is that good?
It helps them set the tempo for the early game. They didn't really have a great tempo setter. They have like pretty stable, like static lanes. So that's like the one hero that can move around and make space. So that's probably, I guess, what they were looking for with that last pickup. So
I'm going for Virtus Pro again. It's funky, it's a sniper, and they just looked really solid previous game. I think they have a shot.
I'm gonna go with VP as well. Yeah, I like the sniper pickup, and I don't know. Alliances just looks a little bit strange to me.
Yeah. I like strange. I think that's perfect. And I'm going to give a nice blowout to my boys in Alliance. You can do it, boys. Don't let me down again or I'll never trust you for the rest of my life.
Okay, with that, it is time for our last game of the day. Alliance versus Virtus Pro with OD Pixel and Gods.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome now to the final game of the day here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. We've got Alliance once again, 4th time in a row against VP, of course, for the 2nd time that we've seen. And very interesting drafts from both sides here, Gods. We're seeing snipers, we're seeing pudges.
It's fun. Something a bit different here to end off today. Bit greedy on this side of Alliance. You've got 3 cores that all need decent amount of farm. Void, PA, OD. I guess you can kind of fight when Void hits 6 without too much farm, but what do you have to throw in it? You've got a static storm to follow up. You've got a Pudge who I guess you can have hooks set up from the Chronosphere, but it's not the best synergy around that Chrono. Perhaps we'll see the PA more fighting style. It is Limp who's going to be handling the PA. Interesting. They've swapped heroes, it looks like. Loda taking the OD. Not what I would have expected out of this Alliance draft. For VP, aggressive Enchantress plays are definitely possible in the hands of Lil. But speaking of aggression, they're going to smoke up level 1, look for a fight, look for a brawl with Alliance, and they may find it here around this Radiant jungle.
Alliance just off to the left at the moment.
Barely
VP
missed them with the timing of the smoke.
Yeah, VP head back this way.
Yeah, Alliance think they're safe going for this bottom rune. They haven't ran into anyone. They'll see Pasha soon with the smoke wearing off.
He's keeping himself
Oh,
up.
well, Solo will walk right into him. Oh, he knows. He's like, get me out of here.
No, they're not. They're not going to get a catch it either side.
They put 2 and 2 together. They're like, okay, they're actually in our jungle. Let's get the hell out.
Yeah, Hans going for a bit of a walk on towards Solo, but spots out the backup, and indeed, well, let's kick anything off. So just
don't want to fight Sniper at level 1.
Yeah.
Shrapnel suddenly gets placed everywhere. You're slowed down. You're not having much fun at that point.
So indeed with the hero swap out, you know, taking the OD down to the bottom lane, putting the PA in mid, is this because of the sniper? Is this a certain matchup you're trying to get as Alliance?
It is a matchup you want as PA versus Sniper. It's a slightly better matchup in some ways, but Ogre's, it's VP have the better support to 2v1 this lane. Even if you rotate someone like Pudge or Disruptor mid to match the support rotation of Solo, Ogre's just naturally a better zoning hero here. PA can only really last hit with the Stifling Dagger, and it's got a cooldown you kind of have to play around. It's also not the easiest, most reliable last hits. Limp is going to get out-farmed by the Sniper if things stay as they do here in the mid lane.
This bottom lane, loader on the safe lane OD. And kind of get a taste their own medicine. You know, VP, they're the ones going aggressive with their jug positioning. Ramses down towards the bottom with the backup of Lil for the time being.
I mean, VP are just straight up looking to win both bottom and mid lane with the way they've set up these lanes. And First Blood could be EGM if he's not careful here.
Yeah, Ramses has to get himself away though, because Hansken and Loda are hot onto the cores of the Juggernaut. South will come through. It's not going to save him. Alliance get first blood. In fact, with the rot, Lil to fall as well. Alliance taking 2. Hansken will pay of his life, but he'll take that. A double kill essentially for the team of Alliance there to kick it off.
Nicely played. They managed to find the Jug when his Blade Fury was down. That level 1 Blade Fury has such a long cooldown. They were able to punish it. Still could theoretically force the Ogre back bottom, but I think VP are happy to just kind of try and trade evenly at that bottom lane now, even accept it just as a small loss and focus just on continuing to win this mid lane with Sniper over the PA. Just 2 CS for Limp so far against the 11 CS, 6 denies of no one.
What's up with the decision here from VP to put the Jug down on the bottom lane? Is there a reason why they don't want Ramses up top?
So let's see, I guess they were always, because of the enchant, they don't really have a zoning support against the Void. It'd be like a Void Jug kind of straight up 1v1.
Because this is a hard lane for Ramses to farm in, isn't it?
Yeah.
The OD and the Disruptor.
Absolutely is. They're looking to get Batrider the favorable 1v1 matchup is kind of how I look at it. Or at least give him a matchup where he can trade evenly and then come online with levels and farm and then do well. Because I think if he did Jug safe lane, he wouldn't win versus the Void, and then Bat would have to go jungle or give up his lane. So it's kind of VP trying to get more out of the laning stage.
In mid lane, going in hard onto Lim. Hanskid tries for a hook. He's not going to get it. One more touch from no one would have done it, but Limp able to get himself out of vision. Hanskid as well, living by the skin of his teeth. Egypt actually comes in with a TP, ends up giving away a free kill to the no-one sniper. So they do find a kill at the end of it all. Going for a hook here, Hanskid has to walk back immediately because a couple of peeps from no one would have taken him down.
Yeah, this sniper having a great start. The double Wraithband build proving to be very potent with Bloodlust of all things as well. That's a lot of right-click damage from no one, as we saw, something that Alliance has slightly underestimated. This is the build I remember seeing Baby Knight do. I don't know if he was the first. It was the first I saw doing it. And just going straight into the double Wraithband, not worrying about having the bottle for any HP or mana regen, even picks up the boots first. Don't even think we'll see no one necessarily pick up a bottle. Just allows him to dominate his lane.
I was saying, of course, the bottom lane may be expecting Ramses to have a hard time, but with the constant presence and backup of the Enchantress, he's doing all right, as we can see. And, you know, now that they've brought down the Ogre Magi as well, because no one's had such a great start mid, he's no longer needed there, this lane's going to get stronger and stronger for Ramses. And we can see him having a much easier time than expected against this safe lane OD. Yeah,
this is the idea that VP want to do well in all three lanes, because once Jug gets a few levels and Enchantress is down here, if Enchantress gets like a couple good creeps, like an ensnare into a clap or a stun of some sort, or a golem with the hell boulders, he can do quite well and set up some kills. OD has the banish, but you can still look to dive him using those creeps to help tank the tower. So and theoretically, VP could win both middle and bottom while trading evenly up top.
And here we have exactly as you talked about, a good creep on Lil, and it's a kill. You know, what CGM going to be able to do about that? Absolutely nothing. VP just playing the lanes perfectly, a mid lane. I mean, it's an absolute nightmare for Limp. He'll jump across to Hansken, but the man's still going down, and in fact, they may just take Hansken as well. He's got a fair bit of HP, not a lot of armor. He will be able to kill himself. But still, this mid lane, 27 for 10 on no one, only 8 for 1 on Limp's PA.
It's a brutal duo, and something that Alliance are going to have to look to rectify. They don't have an easy solution for it. PA can't really recover and do well in this thing. Yeah, they're going to TP Limp bottom. Limp's out of there. He's done. They're going to do a switch up. Lotus going to become the mid player, and it wasn't really like they chose the wrong hero to go mid. Whoever went mid was going to have a terrible time against an Ogre sniper lane. That's just the nature of it. The problem is they have no supports who can help out the mid lane. Pudge at level 1 doesn't do anything against an Ogre. He's just free food. Similar story with the Disruptor. Disruptor would have been slightly better because you can just throw the Thunderstrike from afar and try and help out with a little bit of poke and harass, but you can only really do it on the Ogre, who's super tanky. And he's kind of like the bruise on the front line. So all in all, it was just a great laning set from VP.
Yeah, bottom lane, it's looking brilliant for VP. Mid lane, looking even more so. And of course, the top lane finally. Kind of the shining star here for Alliance. You know, obviously, Passion's having a good time, but so's Jonas and Fan. He's getting the farm. And it could be all down to this, you know, Jonas and Fan hitting big chronos and allowing Alliance with cores that not necessarily where they need to be, but can still offer a fair bit from outside the chrono with the damage coming from the OD and such. Maybe they can, you know, pull themselves back into it through some good chronos and some good team fights.
Yeah. We'll see if that's going to be the case when Void hits level 6. It's not just Void you need to hit level 6. It feels like the supports do as well, because they're the ones who can dish out some damage in the chrono with the higher level Hawk, that Static Storm. Void alone making rotations is not going to be the easiest thing in the world. You know, the Stifling Daggers just aren't really a big threat inside a Chronosphere. That's almost laughable.
We're going to try and make a bit of a play onto Pasha. There's your Chrono, they drop it straight away. Alliance making sure they can secure any kill that presents itself. So they'll take down the bat, but that is the usage of the Chrono. Now on cooldown, back towards the mid lane. Loader getting ho-ho hard. He's able to get himself up to the high ground. But again, just taking a fair beating. Hansken thinking about going for a hook.
I don't know if he wants to hook someone in. If he does, he might just die. Doesn't have any real help available from Loader.
And these pushes from VP. You know, Lil with the army, Ramses with the healing ward. They took the tier 1 bottom, they're left for the tier 1 middle. And the question is, what can Alliance do against this kind of pressure? You know, with their lineup, with the limited amount of resources they have at this stage of the game, especially with no Chronosphere, no kind of big ults like the Static Storm yet online from EGM, it's going to be free towers for VP. There's nothing that Alliance can do to stop those kind of approaches.
Easy peasy. You know, take a tower and just probably back off, look for their next play. For Alliance, they are looking to continue the pressure towards top. They recognize Pasha's the one hero playing alone. It seems they want to keep finding a few more kills on him, but for now it's just Disruptor and Void up there. Without the Chrono, not the easiest kill to get. And importantly, he's got raindrops now. If he had the raindrops earlier for that Chronosphere, he may have actually survived because you block almost all of the time lock damage with that raindrop because it is magic based. So it's a very good item to buy against Void.
I mean, this is a kill that Alliance can't afford to mess up. They've sent 4 heroes up here, and they're not going to. He'll use a lasso, but he's surrounded by 4 of them. Taken down. Jonas and Fan will go down in return. I mean, no one gets glimpsed back, but I mean, he's kind of okay with that. He gets a kill and back to farm in the mid lane. He says, thanks for the free trip. This is essentially a relocate.
He might have been able to get a few more kills if he stayed, but hey, he got the kill he was looking for. That was the most farmed Radiant hero in the Void. So Sniper finding a solo kill on him pulls him further into the lead. He's almost completed a Dragon Lance already. He is farmed out of his mind.
8.5 minutes into B where he is like, absolutely fantastic.
You got to look at this Sniper's net worth and his items and like almost bump it up because of the Bloodlust. The Bloodlust makes him even scarier. The healing ward that can help support him as well. Like he's got a team built around making his hero function and succeed. So he is going to be an absolute beast in these upcoming fights.
We're seeing it already. Just Alliance's lack of available options to kind of help keep the team alive when the Sniper starts his onslaught. Now mid lane, Loader, he's got to be careful. The wraparound's coming in. He's going to try and juke it up towards the north through the trees, but there we have the Ignite already. The vision from the Sniper. He'll Astral himself. Who's going to get the kill? Who wants it the most? No one certainly does, and he's going to get it. The Shrapnel ends up tickling down Loader and getting another kill into no one's bank. He is having a pretty spectacular Sniper game so far. 9.5 minutes in. Everything going to plan for the little ho-ho-ha-ha.
Reminds me of something AUI said when they won his Naga. Like if you're playing Sniper and having a good game, you're definitely having fun, and no one on the other team is having fun. Like I do not imagine either Limp or Loader is enjoying this game very much. But VP, at least their team are probably feeling pretty good about this game. Like they're having fun, just running around, bloodlusting him. Ogres, Ogres are pretty fun hero to play when you can just run at the enemy mid laner to zone them out. And VP are aggressively taking towers as a team as well now. So we're playing some very fast-paced Dota here and really putting Alliance on the back foot.
Top lane. VP, they've done it bottom, they've done it mid, they're going to look to do it top. Loader's actually going to come forward. He's got to be maybe a little bit careful. They do have a troll trap, and well, he's going to be troll trapped. Loader, he's trusting in the hook, but Ramses bounces forward with the Omni Slashes. Loader peeped to pieces. Hands can chop down as well. And Alliance, they just could not afford to get that close to the push of VP because they have got jump, they have got catch, and they have got the damage to find kills just like that at no cost whatsoever.
Yeah, Loader trying to go in to just slow down the push using the Astral, but definitely you can kind of see his unfamiliarity with this hero, something he probably has hardly ever played in his life, at least competitively, and suddenly finds himself on it and trying to defend the tower. Like normally he's used to playing more a gyrocopter style, something a bit tankier. With the Astral and cooldown, you've got no defensive options as an OD, and he gets easily picked off by VP, who now find themselves very far ahead. Just 11 minutes in this game, their lead is very sizable.
It's going to be interesting to see what no one goes for next when he's kind of rocking away at this sort of a pace. I think they will realize it is indeed an illusion there.
I think he's going to go straight into the Hurricane Pike. He's picked up a Staff of Wizardry, so
okay.
Wanting to be able to push the PA off of him. Like you have the Dragon Lance that gives you that super range, but PA, the idea is you can disable that by you throw a Stifling Dagger, you Blink Strike on top, and suddenly Sniper's got a hero right on top of him in trouble. Also, if you get Pudge hooked, you can try and Hurricane Pike yourself away from that Pudge, away from the rot. So it's a very good item to just straight up rush if you want to on a Sniper.
A little getting a bit of space now as well on the Enchantress up top, allowing him to pretty much keep nearly on par with the farm of the bat. And in the game, Yasha, nearly completed by Ramses. 100 more and he'll have the Blade of Alacrity.
He's a smoked up Bat Rider going into this Radiant jungle, but kind of smoked on himself, but it doesn't matter. He's going to find Hanskin. Hanskin just wants his level 6, but denied.
Just more and more
Kill
murder.
secured. A little bit greedy from no one, but hey, why not?
This is looking hard for Alliance. I mean, game one, it got to a point where VP were very much in control, and this game panning out to be one of those as well. And it could be a game that's just a lot swifter as well, because VP, one of the things they lacked in game one was the push, and they've certainly got it this time round. So if they do manage to get ahead like they did in game one, which at the moment it looks to be that way, this game could start to spiral out of control very quickly for Alliance.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Alliance have their work cut out for them to put together a good team fight around their ultimates, really. The Chrono, the Static Storm, they have to almost fight their way back in. They don't have great farming heroes as far as... They have heroes that can use farm well in the PNOD, but they're not flash farmers. They're not going to be able to keep up like with a jungle farming Batrider, a sniper farming Ancients, Jug who can farm, I mean, decently fast as well. But it's the fact that you're behind. You don't want to be playing farm mode unless you've got like an anti-mage type hero or a Morphling who can really win the farm battle and bring you back online. That's not at all what Alliance have.
VP, again, just going for these objectives. You're down towards the bottom lane. Eyes on their tier 2s now. Now Alliance, just looking for some sort of a trade. They don't want to tackle VP head on at this stage. They've got 3 heroes up top. They themselves will try for a bit of a push onto a tier 2. We'll see if they get away with the trade. Already down bottom. Ramsey's cutting the wave. And VP will begin the push. It looks like up top, Alliance. It's going to take a little longer to take this one down.
Trying to find a trade. I wonder if they're going to force high ground here.
Yep.
Not solely thinking, hey, let's take a wreck. This is as much as forcing Alliance back to defend. You know you're strong in a team fight. You also don't want Alliance farming your side of the map, pushing top, taking your jungle. So by just chipping away at this tier 3 tower, Alliance get pulled back to defend. Pudge is looking for a hook though, so VP do have to do this in a very cautious manner.
There we have it.
They've got vision of Hanskin though.
Already just spamming out the shots here from Sniper. No, and that's it, he says. Just as a shot in, he's happy with forcing Alliance back. Going towards the mid lane. There'll be a TP towards top coming from the back. It's actually going to be cancelled as they realise that it's hard to catch out Jonas and Fan.
Yep.
At this stage, as he already backs up, and of course with the drums build, back yet to have his Blink Dagger. Alliance will look to make a play.
They need to, and VP just aren't quite ready to really go all out with the push or the forcing a fight. They only have 1 point in Healing Ward. They don't have the Bat Blink. This is really, if you're Alliance, yeah, you're behind, but make a smoke play now because VP's only getting scarier when they finish a couple more items. And Ramses could be caught here.
That's a big kill as well if they can find it. With Blade Fury and level 2 Omni Slash, it is hard to trap him.
Yeah, they don't quite have all the info as to where he is on the map, and they scan does find a couple heroes really. They don't know how many are there. They see it pop again, and it looks like they use it as more of a cautionary tool rather than an aggressive tool.
Yeah, they see it flag up red and they get themselves their hell out of there. They don't want to mess with any members of VP if they know that there's backup behind them. Especially on VP's side of the map.
Yep. Bat not finding all too much farm though, so his Blink still kind of slowed down. He hasn't had jungle stacks. He hasn't really had anywhere to farm, just with the 2 main carries taking most of the map and Chantra's taking the jungle. So he's going to set up camp for now in the Radiant jungle, but this is something he could have maybe done a little bit sooner. He's also died a few times as well, which has slowed him down.
Hanskin just wrestling with the edge creeps.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta farm this and get out because who knows how long this is gonna be safe for. Perhaps suspecting that this Rosh is going on, VP pretty much have a free Rosh anytime they wanted it. They could have gone for this earlier rather than trying to chip away at the high ground, but they probably decided, hey, we don't need this yet. Let's wait till it's an efficient Rosh to go for. They've got a few more items now. They've got a DD rune, more importantly, and they'll get Rosh with these.
Alliance in no shape or form to contest VP at this stage. And VP, I mean, we'll see if they do go again for just another push down lane, try and take a tier 2.
There's Deso and Limp, so there we go. Some damage output, some firepower coming. This is another just useful item when you're defending your high ground. Just keep spamming, throwing out those daggers whenever possible. Hope for the best, hope for a few crits, and won't be annoying to deal with for VP. But Sniper not an easy hero to get those daggers on because of how far back he'll generally be.
Yeah, especially with the range. I guess it doesn't matter now because the daggers have been scaled right up, but especially earlier, as we saw in the lane, just Limp unable to get any sort of harassment down because of the nerfed range on the daggers.
And when that high ground push comes, if you're throwing daggers at Sniper, it means you're probably in range to get Blink lassoed, so it's very dangerous play to make.
Up top VP. Look to fight this again. Alliance for quite a while have been trying to work down this tier 2, but kind of during this momentum of it, they've lost 2 tier 2s themselves. They just can't push anywhere near the rate of VP at this stage. And now with the bat turn on Blink, Ramses to pick up the Manta style as well on Jug. More things coming into place for VP, and still Alliance, yes, they may have found the Deso on Limp, but they need a fair few more items if they want to be able to have the chance of taking a 5v5 against VP.
Yep. And VP is just continuing to maintain their farm. There's a Mithril Hammer on the Courier for the Sniper. I'm wondering if that's a potential Desolator even, if he wants to go for the pushing item.
He's got Maelstrom actually.
Yeah, he just got the gloves, so it will be a Maelstrom.
Okay.
Looking just for some faster farming tools, and it's good damage regardless because of the procs.
And in terms of BKBs, not going to be coming out for a while on any of the cores of Alliance.
I don't think he needs a BKB on the Sniper either.
No, he doesn't need one himself, yeah.
It seems like a fine item to buy. It's a very cost-effective farming tool, and you're kind of seeing this game develop where VP could theoretically go for the high ground play, but the safer option just seems to be play the farm game.
Yeah, and especially the pushes as well. They just don't really have any wave clear on VP, you know what I mean? It's no kind of AoE to burst out of the way, so having the Maelstrom just allows these pushes in terms of clearing out the creeps to happen a lot quicker.
Yep. Well, here we go. They've decided we've got enough items now. We're ready to go for that fight and push. They're going to force the last tier 2 tower, which will go undefended. If you're Alliance, you're saying, let's put together whatever scraps of farm we can, trade elsewhere on the map, and this will deter VP from going high ground as Ramses TP's back to the tier 1. And VP look at this like, well, we could go high ground, but we're probably unlikely to succeed. We may as well go back, wait a bit later, and use the last minutes of our Aegis to push with.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing really from VP's play. You know, they're getting towers, they're ensuring that they don't lose any, and Alliance just can't find that tower gold that may help them, you know, kind of bump themselves back up and catch back up to VP's presence at the moment. But of course,
mid lane there's a gank on Solo.
Kill is a kill. If Alliance could take it,
yeah,
let's drop the sanities for it. Just securing the kill. So not always something you want to be dropping for a solo support kill, but Alliance realizing that at this point they just need to take whatever they can get to help themselves get back into this one.
Bit rough. It's the Ogre, the lowest net worth here on the Dire side. They got such a small. It was a 500 gold swing when you're down a full 10k this early on. That's like a very small gold swing for a kill. The least important target you could possibly find, but hey, you take what you can get. And right now, it's not a whole lot for Alliance. They're living off food scraps.
Shame as well in terms of Pudge games. Always nice to see a Pudge do well. Hansken, of course, had the game the other day where Alliance, I believe it was one when Alliance kind of stomped the opponents. I can't quite remember who it was. But this time around, Hansken unable to do much.
It was against Na'Vi, wasn't it?
It was, yeah, you're right. It was the game they stomped Na'Vi. Yeah, game 1. Yeah. That was it. Mid lane, VP, ready to go. They will lose the tier 2 up top this time, so Alliance will be able to find an objective.
He's sitting behind the Wild Wing, knowing that he can't get hooked.
In fact, just forces himself in. Goes for a shot onto Hansken, forcing him to back up. EGM getting a glimpse back onto no one, but no one.
He needs help.
He's got an Aegis, he's got a Hurricane Pike. Yeah. And he's got the backup. Hansken trying for the hook, but there's the Hurricane Pike to dodge any chance of a catch from the Pudge. Ramses, meanwhile, just knocking on the doors down bottom. As Manta style Amplink complete. Look at a nice bash. Dagger to fly through as well. Now he's going to drop the Chrono for this one. And they kill this man. It doesn't look like it because the bat comes in and responds on the back. Ramses will be hooked up, but he Blade Fury blinks out. Ramses styling over Alliance as he escapes. They've lost Disruptor on Alliance and VP. They may just find another. There we have it. Another
misses,
kill.
But hey, they got the assassinate.
Yeah, no one don't miss. This man's aim is absolutely on point. Alliance hitting the decks. 2 of them will buy back. And they'll see if they can get Ramses. But Ramses, he just turns and fights back. No one on a monster kill streak with a double kill. Limp almost certainly going to go down as well here as he tries to retreat back into the base. Ooh, there's the jump forward from Pasha. Here we go. Woo, bam! Triple kill for no one. This Scriper just wrecking some scrubs at the moment. No one started. GG, well played. It's cool. 9-0-4. You just got peeped. You just got peeped. 22 minutes in. GG's called. And yeah, I can't imagine Alliance probably feeling nothing less than a little bit tilted after being ho-hoed hard as no one just did to them.
He made that look like a pub game.
He kind of did. The sniper was
That's what great supports do.
pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to the Ogre. He was, in some ways, the hero of this game, dominating that mid lane for the sniper.
Yes.
It's pretty easy to play mid lane when you're 1v0. Like, that Ogre basically turns that lane into sniper versus creeps. It was pretty nice. He just hit some creeps, got bloodlusted, became a super sniper, and... well, that's some meta that we're seeing a bit more of here and there. Sniper is slowly no longer just becoming like a super niche pick. He's becoming a bit more recurring now, at least in the European scene. We're seeing Imperial do it here and there. We're seeing VP do it now.
And it's scary.
You're not safe.
It's, you know, the fact that as a sniper, you can play a game against heroes, you know, a Void with a Chrono, easy, you know, Disruptor with the setup, the catch,
PA,
loader, a
direct
punch,
counter,
and you don't die a single time. I mean, that's crazy. No
the
one
key
knows
seems to be
you're
the laning stage. If you have a good laning stage, which is where we saw Imperial, who played a lot, they always pick it against the OD, where it's a good matchup, and they run these supports that can help out the mid lane. So if you have a good laning stage, you hear like Ogre who can bloodlust him, the sniper pick becomes very powerful. So I think given the right circumstances, the hero is absolute fine pick.
We'll see if we see more sniper indeed on the coming days with the qualifiers. But that is it for gameplay today, Dota 2, and the final series ending 2-0 for VP. Something that a lot of people did indeed predict. Alliance showing us a bit of a good start in game 1, but game 2 a little bit all over the place. They weren't able to make the pudge work like they did the other day against Na'Vi. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. So thanks for tuning in with me and Gods here at the ASUS ROG DreamLeague. Don't go anywhere though, as we will head back to the panel and we'll have a listen to a bit of a post game from them. We'll see you guys about.